I think as well, it's something we've mentioned before with a grip. I remember it's either you or someone else had a different grip between the woods. That's a 7-iron, which to me, to you, good neutral grip for you. It works well. You can square the club face up from that grip. The second we can see your fingers means your hand has turned an amount underneath more.
Yeah.
So if this hand now on this side turns over to there, that club face now is going to turn to the left. How much that does is going to be varied from club to club or shot to shot, but anything closed to start with. And I think, as you said, you felt your shoulders were going off to the left there.
Yes.
By turning your shoulders in a more closed or what you feel square position is dropping that hand underneath potentially, okay? So if the club face starts off in that grip, you've now got to try and make some sort of adjustments. Also as well, if we look at that left hand here now, this left arm now looks in a more natural kind of hang there. That to me looks a little bit more kind of back here sort of thing, yeah? That makes sense, yeah? Well, your hands are with a hybrid nearer your back foot, whereas this is kind of more in front of you better. So if you just try and get a little bit more into that position, and again it comes down to, you grab a 7-iron or an iron, any iron for that matter, you feel comfortable, and boom, you just grab it.
But that just looked uncomfortable.
Yeah. You grab an iron, you grab a hybrid or whatever it may be, and something happens either in the head or whatever, you just think, oh, this doesn't feel right, and you're scared of a certain shot, so you almost try and set up to avoid that. And in some ways, unfortunately, in golf, the more you try and set up to avoid it, the more you actually do it. So yeah, go on this way.
So what we're saying then is, I'll pick up a set.
It might be, exactly. It might be worth just doing that and then just holding the club up in mid-air, so you go grip, then club, and then set your body around that. Yeah.
Whereas I've ended up.
Like and that's a hook. That's just almost like a hammer grip, isn't it? You're just gripping onto something quite tight there. So maybe get the grip better with the club up in the air, and then just nestle it down on the ground behind the ball and go through that process there as you hit it, okay? Just enables your arms to work back. Because if that left arm is back here and the club's underneath, if we look at your impact on this one, as you come back to the golf ball, there's your impact, okay?
Yeah.
Club's been struck there, as we can see, and the hands are literally covering your right pocket, okay? This one here now is where we sort of encourage a little bit more of this movement into the bag, impact filling there now, which is great. Then set the golf ball, top of the backswing, coming back in here now, there's impact now. Look where your arms are in relation to there, okay? Potentially maybe a fraction later, so your hands are probably more there, but certainly from where they were to where they exactly. And that's the same kind of. Now, in some ways, if we just look at those two positions there, forgetting your hands, look at your right leg or your trail leg. That movement there now is moving more that way. This one here now is kind of straighter up. So there's more movement in this direction as you swing and pivot around that left hip. Okay. If you fall back on your right side, your hands just flip. And because you've got quite good hands anyway, and you're definitely hanging back, and you can do that. There's your hook. With the irons, it becomes a high shot. With the woods, it becomes a hook shot. Okay. So you might gain distance with the driver, but lose direction. With the irons, they go okay, but they just go vertical.
The hook kills me.
And the thing is, you have 3 or 4 holes where you're hooking the ball, and then you have one where you just hit it 50, 60 yards over there.
Well, you just have to put it in the bag.
Exactly. So we can get that sensation you're twisting around that left a bit more, because that finish position there, yes, it feels a bit sawn off. Elbows are nicely down there now. Good release of that club. Weight's certainly more on that left side compared to, that left heel's lifting off the ground there, you can see. Which means there's not much weight on that left foot at all. So it's pivoting around that ankle there now, as you can see. And you kind of get to here, left elbow's a lot higher, as you can see there, now trying to save the shot. End up in a similar position, but how you've got there is obviously the problem's gone through before.
And to be honest, I'm not worried about the sawn off bit, because a bit like Tommy,
exactly.
I gain nothing from here or here.
Exactly.
It's wasted energy.
It's like the inch punch with Bruce Lee. You get almost just as much power doing that than you could do winding your arm back here. A lot of it's just, in fact, exactly how I was with my son last night throwing a ball, trying to throw his fire. He's like back here, and I go, no. I said, just put it there, and you go as fast as you could. And he was throwing the ball like me to that screen with a bit of energy. He was back here somewhere. I was like,
that's right.
No control at all. So sometimes there's a threshold to you and other golfers where you go back too far, and you just lost any power at all. Yes, if you go back to here, you would be a lot shorter. But once you get to your sort of ideal spot and you're comfortable in the club square, you maximise efficiency with the ball. The launch angle's better.
Well, I think the 7-iron was going 150.
Yeah.
Hybrid's only going, say,
175, 180. Yeah, it should be in relative terms.
The cast as well.
Yeah, exactly. You're adding loft to the golf ball. Exactly. Definitely, John. Okay, mate.
Okay.
Good stuff.